Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming and joining us this week. We're going to have a good time, I think. We have just a little bit of housekeeping to do. First, if you'd like to email me, it's very easy. Here is my email address, bethscribble@aol.com, anytime. And also, I do a publication called Beth's Newfangled Family Tree. You can get that for free by just going to this address, https://electricscotland.com BNFT. That's https://electricscotland.com BNFT. As you can see, it doesn't cost anything. It is free with no strings attached. Now, one other thing today that I want to remind everybody about. There is something I've just learned about, but I think it's wonderful. It is a signal that anybody can give at any time, any place, if you are in trouble. And what you do, it's called the Help Me signal. You can type that in on your browser and you'll find it, but this is what it is. All you have to do, hold your hand up, palm out, fold your finger over, then fold your thumb over, then you fold all your fingers over, just like that. You can say it, show it, without the person that you are afraid of even knowing that you did it. Here it is again. Fold over your thumb, bend down your fingers. That's it. Please tell everybody about it. Everybody needs to know about it, whether you ever get in trouble or not. You need to recognize it if there's somebody else that is in trouble. So please tell everybody. Today we are still inching around the edge of Scottish genealogy. There's so many things that it's nice to know. Your Scottish genealogy, well, no genealogy is cut and dried. It's about people always. It's just about people. And the more you know about your heritage, the better your genealogy will be. Now, today we're going to find genealogical Scottish clues in your kitchen. Yes, I said in your kitchen. My dear friend, the late Donald F. MacDonald of North Carolina, and for many years from Edinburgh, Scotland, was telling me about how he learned that fried chicken had come to the American South from the Isle of Skye in Scotland. Donald said that James Boswell from the lowlands of Scotland and his companion, England's Samuel Johnson, enjoyed roast chicken and broiled chicken in Edinburgh and London. But when the two reached Skye, they tasted fried fowl as prepared by Mrs. Lachlan Mackinnon of Corry, which is near Broadford. That year was 1773, and it was less than 10 months' time until the Mackinnons joined the hundreds of other island folk who were leaving Scotland for North Carolina. The Mackinnons joined the heroine of the Jacobite Rebellion, Flora MacDonald, and Flora's husband, Allan MacDonald, on the voyage to the New World. And small world, it so happened that the Mrs. Mackinnon that had served the fried chicken was Allan MacDonald's sister. They brought their recipes, of course they did, when they came to the Carolinas in America. Now, I went to Scotland the first time, and I couldn't wait to ask for scones in the restaurant. And the waitress looked at me sort of funny, and she said, "Oh, do you mean scones?" Yes, ma'am, I did. And when she brought the scones out to me, they were wonderful. They were delicious, but they were my grandma's biscuits. Southern biscuits are simply the scones of Scotland and Northern Ireland. Now, this is the most astounding thing that you'll ever do in genealogy. When you cut up a chicken, and my grandma called it jointing a chicken, how many pieces do you make? In the poor Highlands of Scotland, housewives cut their chicken into, count them, 12 pieces. That's right, 12 pieces. In the lowlands of Scotland, families could afford to make only 8 pieces from the chicken. Next time, now, to be honest, I no longer cut up chickens. I buy them already cut up. But if I were to have to cut up a chicken, not think about it, just do it like my grandma told me, I would cut it into 12 pieces. And that's the way you do it. Don't think about it, just do it the way you have been taught to do. Today, in kitchens where the cook was taught to joint chicken by her mother, whose mother or mother's mother or mother's mother's mother, etc., came from the Highlands of Scotland, a chicken is still cut into a dozen portions. Next time you cut up a chicken, count the pieces. It might be a clue as to where your family is from. Now, we do have a proud heritage. Each person who has any bit of Scottish blood has a right to be very, very proud. It is said that George Washington at Valley Forge said, "If all else fails, I will retreat up the Valley of Virginia, plant my flag on the Blue Ridge, rally around the Scots-Irish of that region, and make my last stand for liberty amongst a people who will never submit to British tyranny whilst there is a man left to draw a trigger." It is true that the word heathen comes from an old Latin word, coming from the days when even the mighty Roman army could not prevail in the Highlands of Scotland. Now, the word heathen means people of the heather who could not be defeated. Our American English is peppered by words which proclaim our Scottish Gaelic heritage. Have you ever heard someone say "film" for film, or arthritis for arthritis? How about umbrella? How about athletics? Have you ever heard someone say they were a-goin' somewhere? I'm a-goin' right now. Have you ever used the words biddy or slew or smidgen or snood? How about clabber or drove or nook or poke, as in a sack? In Scotland, my dear friend Fraser Gordon, who was our guide that trip, told us when we were over around St. Andrews, said, "We're in the nook of Scotland." I said, "Nook, Fraser? Is it like a little corner nook?" "Yes," he said. So I had been saying that all of my life and did not know it was Scottish. Isn't this fun? We'll do some more next week, and I hope everybody stays safe. Please take your vaccine for the virus. It is still lurking out there all over the place. Please take your shots. But thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you will come again next time. I have a good time. Thank you. Bye.